EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed. We're ready for football at Huntington Bank Field here in Cleveland. Coming up, two teams ready to square up. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Cleveland Browns. The veteran Brandon McManus ready to kick this one off. And off we go from Huntington Bank Field. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the veteran, still going, former Super Bowl MVP, comeback player of the year in 2023. It's Joe Flacco.
You know, it's funny how time flies, Mike, and we won't call him old. We'll just call him experienced. And here's a guy who's been doing this for a really long time at a high level, and he's going to hope that some of that experience works in his favor today. And when he plays well, this is proven to be a really hard team to beat.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up second down at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Now Flacco. He's got his man, the tight end, David Njoku. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
They'll run. This is Jerome Ford. They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. Way Walker, the linebacker, on the tackle.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game, where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Rashawn Gary gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Flacco to throw. Scrambling to his left. And they're not going to even sniff the first down line there. They'll get 5 yards, but it'll bring up a 4th down.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
So on 4th down, the lefty, Corey Bojorquez to punt for Cleveland. Jaden Reed on the return for the Pack. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his 3rd season as the Green Bay starter.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. To the outside, it's brought in by Golden.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
From the gun, it's Love. There's a short one caught by Kraft. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
On the bootleg, it's Love. To the left side, he finds Kraft.
Truth be told, the tight end probably would have been better off dropping that ball. Let's talk about this corner. Not only diagnosing the play, but being physical enough to bring the big tight end down for a loss.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Love. He finds Jaden Reed for the grab. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
A gain of 15.
They get 15 on that game. Good for a Green Bay first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, here comes Jacobs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in 3rd and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
The open man is Reed. He's got it. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down. Go play action with Love. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
And pick up 3 or maybe 4. Carson Schlesinger there on the stop.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Now Love. That one caught. He finds Golden. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Packers.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. Pass caught right side by Kraft. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
On 2nd down, Love. A throw on the move is caught. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that after this long drive would be a bit of a letdown. Smart decision there on 1st and goal. If it's not there early, don't get baited into a bad decision. Just throw it away and live for another down. Really nice decision-making here. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Another one from the 5, 2nd down and goal. Throwing is Love. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's in. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Green Bay.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Packers will take a 7-0 lead.
Browns nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Browns offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Set up to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Quay Walker in there for the sack. Loss of 10 yards to start this drive.
These are the type of negative plays that you just can't allow to happen, especially when you find yourself trailing. They continue to lose chunks of yards on these sacks, and they want to claw themselves out of this hole. They're going to have to protect the quarterback.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Flacco. Completing that one to Carter. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Throwing, Flacco. Back over the middle and taken in. He's got it. A pickup there of 19 yards. It's a Browns first down.
Browns first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. If you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
A 7-yard pickup.
So after one, it's the Packers on top. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. Start of the second. Browns in control of the football. They've got it with 2nd and 3 coming up. Now a handoff to Ford. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Cleveland.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
Here's Flacco. He's got his man Carter. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Complete to DeAndre Carter. It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Third down, they need 5. To throw is Flacco. Now, here comes the screen to Ford. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
That's good for another Cleveland Browns.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
They go with the rookie out of Ohio State, Quinshawn Judkins. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
They'll run here. It's Ford. And this one blown up. Good surge will drop them. A loss on the play. Back to the 9-yard line.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
And he turns out some of the hard yards in this area of the field, working it to the 3-yard line.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
What a first half for this pass rush, huh, Mike? I mean, they have just completely dominated this game. They are in complete control, and you have to imagine this offensive line, there's got to be some adjustments up front. They just cannot allow their quarterback to continue to be hit like this.
Kevin Stefanski going to turn to his field goal unit. Officially, a 29-yard attempt. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Browns are on the board. It's 7-3.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Bo Melton on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Packers offense in wideout Matthew Golden headed for their next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll work this past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Carson Schlesinger there on the stop.
Brings up 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 6. On play action, Love. This one is caught by Reed. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. That tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
A gain of 21
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Brought down at the
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
Packers.
Wow, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop it.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
A gain of 4 brings up 2nd down at the 13-yard line.
Second and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. We know from talking to these coaches this week, Mike, that they think they got themselves a steal. They got this young rookie maybe a little later in the draft than a lot of people expected. And I'll tell you what, they're not complaining. They think they've got themselves a starter and a star for a long time.
So the ball's still at the 8-yard line for second down and goal. Here's Love. It is brought in the end zone. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Packers. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Now it's McManus for the point after. His kick is good. And the Packers extend their advantage to 14-3.
14. Browns 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes Ford on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. Flacco. The throw here is complete. And they'll get him up 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4 brings up 2nd down at the 29-yard line.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Here's Flacco to throw. He'll step up and run. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
4A. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
He'll set up to throw. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively all over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
He told us earlier in the week that his ball skills might actually be better than some of the guys he's covering, and we kind of chuckled. But it's pretty clear to see where that confidence comes from, Mike. I mean, the next step for him, not only go up and attack that ball at its highest point, but come down with the pick.
A throw, right side, taken by Njoku. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line.
That's good.
It'll be a pickup of 10. It's a Browns 1st down.
At the 48-yard
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their second. And they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go in this first half.
Second down at the 45-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Flacco to throw. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. That'll be taken in by 4. And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down.
You could see that he was trying to find something downfield, trying to take a shot there on 3rd and short, but really nice job understanding there was nothing downfield, no need to force it. Get the ball underneath, get a fresh set of downs, and start over again.
Throw on the run is complete. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now. So the Browns going to bring out their kicker and try a field goal. This one from 49. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Browns cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
Outside of coming away with a touchdown, I'm not sure they could have done any better to close out that half. I mean, they burned all the clock. They don't let the opponent possess the ball, and they come away with points.
Three seconds, all that remain in this first half, as that one's away. He's going to like not to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision, as this ball comes out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
In motion goes Dobbs. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the second half. It's about to get underway. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. They get across the 20, mark them at 22-yard line. The Packers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. From the gun, it's Love. First down throw there is incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
A second down throw for Love. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
First down.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
43-yard line. Brings up second down.
From the 43, it's second and 3. Here's Love. He'll keep this himself. And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And that is incomplete. He was trying to connect with Matthew Golden that time. And that's going to lead to a fourth down.
Bit of a letdown there. I mean, after that incompletion now, Mike, they find themselves giving the ball back. They're only down 8, so every single time they possess the ball, it's an opportunity to maybe get this thing back to all tied up. But every time they don't take advantage of a possession, it's another opportunity lost, and they've got to find a way. When they get the ball back, they've got to go chase some points.
The Browns offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Starts with a carry by 4. And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one.
Brings up second down.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's 4. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended target, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
This returnable with Reed. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team gets possession of the football. The Packers offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. We'll go play action with Love. Pass caught right side by Kraft. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
A gain of 15.
About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier. This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. There's a short one caught by Kraft. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
That is hot, and he'll get into the end zone. Jaden Reed, touchdown, Green Bay. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
McManus on for the point after. The kick is good. And the Packers extend it to a 21-6 advantage. All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes Ford on the return. Now an opening past the 30. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Browns offense ready to get back at it. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. This drive on the ground with 4. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Flacco. There's a short throw caught by Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Here's Love. Open man is Reed. He's got it. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26. Off the play fake. Here's Love. It's caught by Golden, right side. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 14 yards on that pass play there. 1st down, Packers.
What are you doing? Are you kidding me? Really?
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the 1st down.
This one up top for Dobbs. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line.
34 yards.
A big gainer for Green Bay. It's a gain of 34.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
You know, I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide-open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds. The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. His kick is perfect. And the Packers will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes Ford on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Browns offense getting set to get back to work. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Begin with a zone read.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. They give it, and it's 4. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Oh, a loose football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third and 5. To throw is Flacco. That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on that pass play. First down, Cleveland.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On the handoff, Ford. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Protecting the ball anytime you throw the ball in the middle of the field is obviously critical, right? That's where tip passes, that's where all sorts of stuff happens when you put the ball in harm's way. But you also have to protect your receivers. There's a bit of a trust back and forth with the receiver saying, hey, I'm willing to go across the middle and compete for the ball. But now you're my eyes. You have to protect me and make sure that the
That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Javon Bullard.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And a hard-earned yard as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Now Love, who else another catch for his favorite target. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field. as he made himself open.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. In motion, Reed. On play action, Love. Work in the middle, that's Kraft. He's got it. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down, and it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice game.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
First down, Green Bay.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
2nd and 10. Love. That's to Reed. He's got it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line.
And he will get into the end zone. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Packers. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Now it's McManus for the point after. He's got it. And the Packers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Round 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes Ford on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Browns offense ready to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Flacco to throw. Now, here comes the screen to Ford. And not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help them at all.
Throwing, Flacco. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
This offense, they just can't establish any sort of rhythm. There's just no way to sustain any scoring drives when your quarterback is being pressured and sacked this often.
Seriously? Not even a play? We'll be in the game.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now Flacco. Here's a screen set up for 4. Surging for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
The Browns getting their punting team out there, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now, faking the give. Moving to his left.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 4. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
And a Packer 1st down.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run.
And he will score! Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay. Greg in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
McManus on for the point after. It's up and good. And the Packers stretch things out even further.
Round 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes Ford on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll begin with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, give to Ford. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
2nd and 7. Here's Flacco to throw. His throw left is complete with Judy.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. He's going to have the 1st down. And that one good for 9, and the drive continues.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Now the gun, they'll give it, and it's Ford. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at their 49-yard line.
On the ground, Jenkins. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5. So it's a win here for the visiting Packers. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the 2nd half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.